I'm David Thiru from MISA, Madara Youth Sports Association. We are one of the clients of Architecture for Humanity. They have designed for us our center, which was supported by FIFA and Football for Hope. So we are really excited to have been part of this design that was developed by Architecture for Humanity with our participation. And I like the design, the style they use to design the buildings because it's very participatory, and I would say that the style is really the way to go in architecture. Thank you. So I want to explain something about MISA. MISA is all about giving youth a sporting chance on and off the field. The process is such that we organize leagues in 16 areas around the eastern part of Nairobi. And we have, last year we had 1,750 teams.
Wow.
And these teams are coached by a 16-year-old coaching a 14-year-old team. So that's how the young ones kind of lift the others.
How many people are in the teams?
It depends. Under 12, the registration is 12 players. Under 16, 18, like that. So total about 25,000. And we have dance and culture program. Not everyone is into sports, so we use that to send our messages, HIV messages, messages that we need to pass to the community. And sometimes we link with like ILO to talk about child labor. So we use the dance and music group to get the message out there. But basically we are kind of pioneers in sports and development, and it's something that has become very popular of late. Yeah, that linking sports and development. So we found ourselves being referred to as the model, and that's why my new job entails that, because we have our partners in Laureus, UK. They want us to use this model to teach other people how to do the same. So that's what I'm doing, trying to come up. We've done a curriculum now, and we are trying to work out how we can train other people around Africa or around the world to use the same concept and replicate it.
We'll be sending you some people from Haiti.
Yeah, replicate it here. Yeah, because we realize that the idea is really good, making the youth responsible and run their own league. And the center we wanted to have it right inside the slum, but there's a lot of complications in Kenya, unique complications. We couldn't get the land that we could own, and that was a requirement that we own the land. So we had to put it up in our center, 5 acre. But then there was enough space there to put up this center. It has three components: a library, HIV, two rooms for counseling and HIV testing, and then there's an open room there's another one for this. First room has computers for the kids to use, and an open meeting space. So, and outside we have the turf, the 20 by 20 artificial turf. In MISA, we were very happy about the way it went from the beginning to the end, because we had tried to do some construction before, and it was a little bit of a mess, on our side. This one was
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, we have a library. Okay, we have a library that is put up in one of the centers by the Dutch. And we used a local constructor. It was a big mess, but it was done. You cannot compare the way that was run with this one. This one was run really professionally, and we are happy about that.
I would love to hear your feedback of what it was like to be a client, the good side of it, the bad side of it, what you would have done differently, what you liked, what we should keep doing, and so on.
I think it worked very well because we had Isaac, and Isaac was kind of an easy person to work with. We brainstormed, and they didn't just kind of throw this to us. So we kind of sat down, exchanged ideas, and I think that's a very good approach because participation of MISA youth. And Isaac being there every day, most of the time, and taking decisions, and we only needed to talk to him.
Yeah.
We didn't need to talk to the contractor. We didn't talk to. That was quite a big thing for us, because he was one. Like, we would talk to him and he would explain, okay, this is like this because of this, or he would go to the contractor and the contractor would, they would talk as professionals,
Mm-hmm.
and the contractor also wanted to be seen as a professional, so so we benefited at the end, So I think I cannot really complain about the way it worked. Maybe if we were to do it again, we may, because our expectations were, we had failed before, so we were quite happy that this one worked so well. I could be critical if I was able to, but there wasn't really much to criticize. Okay, there's something I can say about the construction. This design that came up, the wood, I think that's where we were talking about that, and we could do something about that. That's at least having a shade that's put in there. Otherwise, for now, it looks like a...
It looks unfinished.
Yes, and it's not making... The container at least is being used as a store. This other one, it can look smart, but in terms of the utilization, which was the kids should sit on those stairs. Before they play, they should sit on those steps, and then someone can be talking to them. The sun is too hot normally now, so we are not using, so that one is not really complete. We've got a few awards, a few awards, a few awards, but I think the biggest recognition was that we were nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize twice.
Oh, wow.
Almost, so we were in the last next year. So it was quite good. But our center is really active. They have managed to innovate, because during the day the kids are in school. But we've managed to make use of it by using the schools around.
Oh.
So when they have their play games time, they come over, use it. So there's a timetable, and they're all registered. So when they appear, it's quite exciting. You should see the excitement when the schools play against each other, and there's a turf there. But then when they come there, they pass through the system. They have to go, someone talks to them about HIV awareness. You go through the system, and eventually you get to the field to play. So we are doing good use of the system. Most of the schools there don't have, in fact all the schools don't have a library. No school has a library. Even the high schools don't have a library. So it's really a place where kids can come in and kind of see what a library is and how it looks like, and you can get a book, so that it's at least gets into their head that there's something called library, and you can borrow books and sit and you can read, and we hope that it can generate some excitement about books, and I think it serves that purpose, because by the time the kid goes to play, they've gone through the library. They've seen books.
So there's a design element here that you force all your players to walk through the center.
Through the system, yeah. By the time the others are playing, because all of you cannot be playing, the field is not too big. You go to the library, or you go to the computer, just do some work. So hopefully the whole thing will change the thinking of the kid who walks through the building. That I can read, these books can be fun, you can come to the library and get books that are not just about calculations, stories, fun, novels. Because to many that is a luxury, novels and storybooks, fun books for kids. So I can say that the center is making a difference in some kids' life.